Haji Surat lives in the Helmand Valley. He hasn't always lived here. For 30 years ago, this farmland was desert, and Haji was a nomad. Haji's activity is part of a great effort that is taking place in the Helmand Valley. He is one of thousands of farmers who, by working together, have turned a desert into modern farmland. Haji Surat is not amongst the first settlers ever to live near the Helmand River. The ruins of Bust speak of an earlier culture of great wealth and beauty. The Ghaznavid kings found Bast a delightful winter retreat from the cold and snows of the north. They built magnificent palaces along the river, with a strong citadel overlooking the valley at a point where the Helmand and Arghandab rivers meet. Along the Helmand, extending deep into the desert, farmers worked and prospered. To bring water to the farms of the valley, an extensive canal system was built. This system survived for 500 years, only to be destroyed after a succession of invasions. In time, sand and winds captured the canals, returning the region to desert. In the mid-20th century, the Afghan government undertook the redevelopment and resettlement of the Helmand River Valley. Working with foreign technical and financial assistance, a plan was drawn to harness the waters of the Helmand Valley to make possible irrigation for new farms and electricity for new homes and industry. Today, the Helmand and Arghandab rivers again serve the people of Afghanistan. The waters of the Helmand are now controlled by the Great Dam at Kajiki. Millions of gallons of water are held in reserve, awaiting the needs of farmers who once again work the valley. The Helmand River now flows steadily year-round. No longer does it flood in spring, bringing destruction to farms and villages, nor does it dry up in winter. Through many kilometers of canals and ditches, the waters of the Helmand feed the desert, making possible millions of jaribs of new farmland. The dam and canals are part of an expanded plan, a plan that has taken almost 30 years to realize. Many scarce resources were needed. Materials, technical assistance, and heavy machinery to build the dam and complex irrigation network. Steel and concrete for a hydroelectric power plant. Teachers to help train farmers in modern farming methods. Nurses to share medical skills. Heavy machinery operators and engineers. What was rising on the banks of the Helmand River was a dream beyond anything Sultan Mahmud Ghaznawi might have imagined. schools, hospitals, offices, houses, bridges, roads, industry. Out of the desert was rising a city. Today, Lashkargah is a city of thousands, the economic and administrative center for the entire region. But it isn't steel and concrete that made possible the development of the Helmand River Valley. It is the hard work and diligence of the Afghan people.
Runo nande yaudro dreso shtukmidos kal.
At Nadi Ali, the Farmers Cooperative meets to review the progress of the last year.
Sarmaji cooperative. The Pinjauchar ki Yaulako Salur service Rawani. For Pinjaupan ki Pinzala Kaudri service Raw Pinzawa Wani. For Pinjaushki did the Yaudi Drela Koswar Lazara Ushpetawani. Jumla Sarma Dementati, Pinjaushish Papaiki. Atalako Pindash Pizzaro Yausuru service Awani.
Cooperatives have grown rapidly in recent years as farmers come to realize the benefits of working together to solve common problems. The results of their efforts have been dramatic. Crops have grown significantly, both in variety and quantity. With some crops, such as cotton, the increase has been especially dramatic. This cotton is part of a crop that is twice as large as the previous year's output. A reliable water supply is, of course, essential to this development. With regulated water, food production is now ensured, even in times of drought. The use of modern farm equipment makes the work of the farmer more efficient. A number of farmers use tractors made available through the cooperatives.